I'd like to start with Diablo 4. I think primarily because a lot of people have been waiting for a Diablo 4 announcement, especially after the Diablo Immortals mobile announcement that everybody was very, very bummed out about. And also, BlizzCon led off with the Diablo 4 trailer, so I just think it's fitting that we start the show that way as well. But personally, I mean, I don't play a ton of Diablo. I have Diablo 3 downloaded. I never really got into it a ton. Dave, I know that you love it. I know that Josh loves it as well, but I thought the trailer was pretty cool
Yeah, no, the
for how much we
trailer.
saw of it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like even if you like don't know anything about Diablo, I think the trailer is like pretty relatable. Like, you know what I mean? Like anybody could like kind of follow along and see that like these guys are running through a cave and like they're summoning it. They're trying to find gold, but they end up summoning a demon. Like, right? That's pretty much what happened. Spoiler alert. I don't know if we have to like tell people that
That's not much of a
or not.
spoiler. I mean, what are you
I think it's
spoiling there?
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're listening to the BlizzCon 2019 special, I'm sure you're.
Yeah, right. Sure. But yeah, it was really funny. Like at BlizzCon, like live, like they're showing um the trailer on the big screens, like at the Mythic stage, and like right in the middle of it, it just fucking cut out, and you could hear the audio, but it like cut to like a like blue screen kind of.
Yeah, it was
Like,
honestly hilarious.
Yeah.
so everybody in the audience is like was so pumped up because it looked so fucking cool, and then everything just went like you couldn't see anything, you just heard audio, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and it went on for like a full minute. It wasn't, it wasn't like 3 seconds and then it clicked back in. It was like
Yeah.
a full minute to a minute and a half of blue screen. And it wasn't even just blue screen. It was like that awesome format where like if you're messing with like your webcam or computer settings or whatever in your computer, it like starts like going through all of those windows and it looks like you're like looking through a tunnel, like through all of the screens at once. It was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually maybe cooler than the trailer.
It was definitely funny, and everybody, like the whole crowd, is just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like it would happen like right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it was probably like 5 minutes into the show, right?
yeah, oh yeah, it was right, yeah, right off the hop. But I think that even if you're like not a big Diablo fan, like that was still a pretty fucking badass trailer to watch for a video game. And I liked how it was definitely like dark and like bloody and gory, and like that kind of like like get back to like the roots of Diablo, like
Yeah.
demons, blood, death, and all that shit. And I think they did a pretty good job of like portraying that in the
It
trailer.
was
So
really dark.
Yeah, I
Like
was gonna say.
they came out beforehand and they were like, yeah, like this is gonna be dark. And it was like spooky, man. It was it was like way too much. I felt like I was watching like an R-rated movie, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, I didn't mind it, but I
yeah,
just didn't expect it.
I'm glad you said that. I honestly, it did feel, I really enjoyed it. For someone that hasn't played a lot of Diablo, I played 3, I dabbled in 2 for a minute, and man, it was almost like too much. It was like really, really graphic, and I don't know who voice acted the not obviously not, was it Lilith, but the demon looking guy that's like standing
Like
in the
the
middle of the room with like the bald
like the
head guy.
summoner.
Yeah, the
yeah,
summon.
like,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
sure, the summoner.
Kind of looked like Alarak a little bit.
He did a
think?
little bit, yeah.
like or like Darth Vader with his helmet off,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something like that. He man, it was creepy as shit. I mean that was, it was just a really well done trailer. That's probably one of the best game trailers I think I've ever seen. It was almost too much for me though, like on the graphic, gory, intense side. I mean, there's some really fucked up stuff that's going on in that. For like the last 3 minutes of it, I rewatched it
Like
again
whenever
today.
yeah,
It's
like
just
whenever they're like using their bodies to summon the demon, like it's definitely like a little bit. I mean, it's not like you're watching fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something, but it's definitely a little like if you're like a kid or something, it would definitely be a little like.
well, they really build an atmosphere there that's like really ominous, and you're really not quite sure what's gonna happen. I feel like that halfway point, you know something bad's happening, and you figure something is gonna come out of somewhere, but how, like, I guess Lilith shows up and like coming out of like that like coat of, or
It's like
the
blood. Or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, it's really gross. Yeah, and then she wears it like as a cape
Right.
afterwards.
Yeah. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. Like that was pretty sweet, and there's a lot of people that play Diablo like the dark, fucked up theme, and they definitely were true to that You can't, you know what I mean? There's no doubt that they like went for that.
Well, I guess it is in hell, right?
Right.
It's
Well,
fitting,
yeah,
yeah. Good
partially.
I
point.
mean, it should be a little bit dark.
I don't know. I thought, I mean,
Were
it's
there
definitely a
any
little graphic.
ties? Were there any ties in that trailer, Dave, back to any of the prior games?
I don't think so, because it was just like those 3 dudes were like not main characters or anything. It just seemed like there's guys going to look for treasure. You know, they wanted gold or whatever, and then
Mhm.
they ended up doing something bad.
And did you play the demo, Dave?
Yeah, the demo, I mean, you could tell that it was like more of a, you know, it's a very early iteration of the game, but like the fucking demo was sick. Like it was really fun. Like how the gameplay, the game. I mean, it's still like your standard Diablo hack and slash gameplay, but like it was just the animations and stuff and how it worked. It was really cool and really fun, and just like how the monsters interact and stuff. It just, yeah, you know, it just it's like modern. It's updated. It's fresh. It's clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. We had a lot of fun playing it. I did the sorceress, and she was fucking pretty cool. They have some pretty badass abilities
The
and stuff.
druid looked really cool to me.
Yeah, the druid was very cool too.
Mhm.
I had heard rumors that they were going to make Diablo 4 a Dark Souls-esque game, and the gameplay was going to be like that as well. I'm glad that they stuck to the normal model of Diablo and didn't try to make like this Dark Souls clone like everyone else is trying to do. I'm
Could
getting
you
a little sick of
imagine
them. No, I couldn't, and I'm really glad they didn't because they would have gotten a lot of heat for it, and it just wouldn't have made
Immortals into
sense.
something like that? That would have been a disaster, an absolute disaster.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah,
been ugly.
but I mean, like the demo line for it was like pretty fucking long, and like me personally, I enjoyed it, and like all the other people that I played with when we did the demo, it seemed like everybody was really hyped about it, and it was fun for a very like early iteration of the game. It was, I mean, it was still pretty goddamn cool, and I think if it continues in that direction, which I don't see why it wouldn't, it's going to be a good game, and people are definitely going to play it.